poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review, and today we're taking a look at another film which is available on Netflix, and it's a pretty new one. It came out just a couple of days ago. It is called Damsel, and it does star Millie Bobby Brown as the lead actress for this movie. I have seen a load of bad reviews from a lot of friends and family of saying it is just mediocre. It's nothing exciting, it's just being an okay movie, and I'm pretty sure that ruins like Millie Bobby Brown's streak of like good movies that she's been in with Godzilla and Kong, and then Stranger Things, and also Enola Holmes. But to be fair, I did think Enola Holmes was pretty crap, so there we go. Obviously, like all other film reviews, we will be going into what Google has to say, and then what I have to say from what the quick run through of the story is, and what I actually think about this movie as a whole. So, without further ado, let's get into the Google portion of the video. A young woman agrees to marry a handsome prince, only to discover it's was all a trap. She is thrown into a cave with a fire-breathing dragon and must rely solely on her wits and will to survive. Yes, it is actually a dragon. It has 4 legs and 2 wings, so that is scientifically a dragon. But the story starts out with her in her village trying to support her town, her castle, her kingdom, with it being very poor. Her mother has died, and everyone is freezing to death, so they're trying all they can to make the best of a bad situation. The king comes into contact with another kingdom who needs a princess to marry the prince, and they agree. So they travel all the way to this new kingdom and basically give the daughter over. And they have this whole wedding ceremony where the young prince just throw her into the abyss, the deep dark down, deep dark, deep down, dark, deep down. And she wakes up in the bottom of the deep dark hole, and she's next to a tree, and she's traversing the cave, and there is a load of flaming bats with the dragon coming through. She has a nice chat with the dragon, which then chases her through the cave. She manages to escape with a couple of cuts, scrapes, and burns, and she ends up finding these glowworms, which can heal her cuts, burns, and scrapes, which is quite useful. So she carries a bag of them around with her, and she tries to get some water, and unfortunately, the dragon breaks through the ceiling and chases her into a safe spot. And this is where she finds every other princess that has been there before her, with all of their names carved into the wall, and a map, led by V. So she follows the map to get out, and she climbs this massive crystal wall, at which point I thought, hey, this is too easy, she's gonna get out way too soon, and boy was I correct, because the dragon came to attack her, and she was way too high to get down by herself, and that is when she saw some people entering the cave, which is her father, who couldn't live with himself for giving his daughter up, so he came to save her. The father and his 2 merry men did get killed by the dragon, and then we have her running to the ropes which her father left her. She managed to get out, get on a horse, ride away, and basically she jumped off the horse and sacrificed the horse, so then the horse died, which is very unfortunate, and I feel like that was very rude of her to sacrifice the horse. But the dragon started going crazy, and the queen of the town, queen of the kingdom, decided to go steal her little sister and throw her into the hole instead to keep the peace with the dragon. Because the dragon just wanted 3 newborn princesses to replace the 3 born children that she had lost because of them killing them. Anyway, obviously, Millie Bobby Brown runs back into the castle, back into the mountain to save her little sister. She befriends the dragon then destroys the kingdom, and they go home happily ever after. And that is the film. And the biggest complaint that I've seen about this film from lots of people is that it's very repetitive with all the different twists and turns. We have her following the map 6 times, going back to it and then going away from it to follow something, then having to come back. It is very repetitive with the map. We also have it being repetitive with the dragon chases, which seem to happen every like 5 minutes. She gets like 5 minutes apiece, and then the dragon starts chasing her again. And we have it hitting home very heavily that the dragon has lost its 3 children, so that it needs 3 more children to be sent by the kingdom to replace what she has lost, so she can kill them and make these princesses know how her daughters felt, which is a very obscure way about it, but the dragon doesn't believe that the kingdom is tricking her, so then Millie Bobby Brown has to prove it and basically fight the dragon in a battle, and the dragon could have easily won if it actually tried and didn't play with its food. And the dragon actually ended up burning itself, and I never understood that with dragons. If you can breathe fire, how are you not fireproof? Anyway, the dragon set itself on fire and continued its journey with, obviously, Millie Bobby Brown to destroy the kingdom. Everyone was saying that the CGI was shit. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the CGI was okay. I didn't think it was that bad. The dragon looked really cool, the cave looked really cool. It was only when the dragon was actually interacting with people did the dragon look shit. When the dragon was on its own, the dragon looked really cool. It just seemed to be the human and AI interacting didn't really go well, especially when the dragon was crushing people and stabbing people. That was a little bit off to me and felt a little bit off with the timing as well, as they were exploding and the dragon was pushing down. I think it was off by like a couple of split seconds, which isn't very noticeable, but if you notice it once, you start to notice it every other time it happens. And costume design was one of the best things here. Like, all these different character designs being very medieval, very knight-like was really cool. And her using her dress to help her was also really cool, with like wrapping around her hands, wrapping around her wounds, and then also getting her stuck multiple times with a massive metal casket that they put her in. I don't know why they do that with their dresses. Can someone please explain that? That is a gap in my knowledge. Why does she have the big metal framework around her dress? Was that to protect her from the dragon's bite? Were they trying to help her? Were they trying to make her get stuck in between the rocks? Because it worked. She did get stuck, but she managed to get out, and I like how there was a contrast between the death of the villains, with the prince accepting his fate and accepting that he did wrong, but he did also try and blame his mother, like straight off the bat, as soon as Millie Bobby Brown came back. But then we also have the mother being very angry at the death, and the entire ending seemed very off, with Millie Bobby Brown telling everyone to run, but no one actually leaving the castle. She was the only one to get out the castle, but then the dragon was also flying slow enough to keep up with her walk, and it wasn't flapping its wings. And then we also had the whole castle on fire, and the exit which she came from was on fire because that's the way the dragon shot the fire. So how did she actually escape without burning to death? I don't know. The ending seemed like it had a lot of plot holes to it, but the actors were really good. We have some big famous faces with a load of celebrity actors, as we normally do with these Netflix movies. I just feel like the budget went a little bit more onto the actors than it did with the CGI. There is a lot wrong with this movie, and there is just as much good with this movie. It is a pretty basic movie, and again, it does feel repetitive with the story, constantly going back and forth between the 2, 3 locations that were actually in the cave, constantly feeling like she's got out just for her to have to change her strategy and go back into the cave to find another way out. And I know that's how they build suspense, build drama, build sort of disappointment and hope for the character. But after the first 3 times, it kind of gets old. So, maybe want to tone it down and like lose 2, 3 of those fake outs or red herrings, as other people will call it. But overall, I am going to give the movie a 5 out of 10, as I do feel like it was good. I'm glad that I watched it, but I'll probably never watch it again. And that's pretty much it from me. So if you do want me to do other movie reviews, please do let me know what movies you want me to watch in the comments below, and I'll get on that as soon as possible. There is more movie reviews. I do a movie review daily, so please press the notification bell just below to be notified every time I upload. I normally upload around 1 a.m. UK time with 5 videos with a movie review, 2 other reviews, maybe a couple of LEGO customs, and 2 gaming videos. So all that comes for you, as well as some bonus news videos if there is news to cover. But, as it is, this is the movie that you got to see today. So, There is also a link in the description which will take you to everything else that I have to offer as a content creator, from my TikTok to my Twitch to my Twitter to everything else like that. If you are interested and do want to go follow me on anything else, I do greatly appreciate it. And a little birdie, also known as Google Statistics, did tell me that there is a 98% of you which aren't subscribed, and you are recurring viewers. So if you're not subscribed, it is free. You can press it just down below, and you can unsubscribe anytime if you decide to change your mind. So that's it from me. I hope you all go and watch this movie and do give it a chance. Don't expect anything too prominent from it, but go and watch it because it's good if you have nothing else to watch. If there's nothing else on and you're bored and you're struggling for movie ideas, so you've put on YouTube, stick on Netflix and go and watch this. But that is it from me. I'm actually done now. Enough rambling, enough yapping. So, bye bye.